Now lift the left leg and then lower it and use that to roll up. Take the hands down, release the pose by jumping back from that position and moving through your vinyasa. And then from downward facing dog, once again jumping forward, this time the left leg outside the left arm. Take the left knee behind the shoulder, work the foot behind the head, lie down on your back and bring the palms toward the chest and breathe deep. That's 1, 2, 3, full breathing, 4, and 5. Once again, you lift the right leg this time, roll up, take the hands to the floor, take your vinyasa jumping back, lifting upward dog, downward dog, and this time jumping forward with the right leg outside the right arm. We're ready for the next posture, which is Chakradasana. Take the right leg behind the head. Lift the left leg high and turn your gaze up with the left foot and breathe deep. That's 1, 2, full breathing, 3, 4, and 5. Once again, jump back from that position and move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, exhale, downward dog, and we're repeating the same thing on the other side, jumping forward, left leg outside the left arm. Lift the foot, take it behind the head, then take both hands to the floor. Lift the body and look up. The right foot is pointing up toward the sky, the toes are pointed, and the breath is full and deep. That's 2. Stronger breath. 3. Keep your focus. 4. And 5. Exhale, release, jumping back, upward dog, downward dog, jumping through this time, ready for Bharavasana. Take the right foot this time behind the head. Now you take both hands down, lift, and jump back with the left foot. Roll over so you take the left hand away from the floor, point it up at the sky, and turn your gaze up. The left leg is straight and strong, you're broad across the shoulders, and the breath is full. That's all ready. 3, strong breathing. 4, and 5. Release the pose by coming back through and then jumping back with both feet. Lift upward dog, downward dog, jump through, left leg outside the left arm. Lift the foot, take it toward the head, and then move it behind. Both hands down to the floor, lift up, jump back with the right foot. Roll open, take the right hand away from the floor, and look up at the hand and breathe deep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take both hands down, jump through, release both legs, and then jump back. Upward dog, downward dog, jumping through, right leg around the right arm. Once again, taking the right foot behind the head. Both hands down, take the left foot in, stand up and lean forward. And we're ready for Skandasana. Both hands onto the floor, and you're breathing deep. Try to keep that left leg straight. That's 2, 3, full breathing, 4, and 5. Once again, both hands down, move through, and then jump back. Upward dog, downward dog, jumping through with the left leg outside the left arm. Take the foot to the head, pull it behind, supporting with the shoulder and the neck. Hands down, take your weight onto the right foot, straighten the leg as you lower your head. And now breathe deep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, one more breath, hold, and 5. Take both hands down, move through, then take both feet back, move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward dog, once again jumping forward, taking the right leg outside the right arm. Take the right foot behind the head. Both hands down. Take the weight onto the left foot. Take your hands onto your knee if necessary and begin to stand up. Palms together and breathing deep. That's 2. This is Durvasana. 3, 4, and 5. Take both hands down. Take the leg forward and then both legs back. Then lift upward dog, downward dog, and coming through, ready for the left side. Take the left foot up, then inhale, exhale, take it behind the neck. Take the right foot to the floor, stand up. Deep breathing, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Both hands down. Take your vinyasa and lift upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now from this position, ideally you're going to go from the downward facing dog, jumping up into a handstand position. Then taking the legs into lotus, and then lower them down toward your armpits. If this is too difficult, you could approach this from a headstanding position at a 3-point headstand. Otherwise, you've come down from handstand and you're breathing deep. That's 3, 4, 5. If you're in handstand, you would go all the way back up. If you're in headstand, you would lower the head, release the feet, and then go back up. Either way, you then come down and move through your vinyasa, upward dog, downward dog, and jumping all the way through into a sitting position. This is Urdhva Kukutasana, B position. The first one from handstand or headstand was A. Now, from lotus position, you lift, move back through the arms, and take the knees up toward the armpits and look straight ahead and breathe deep. Once again, holding. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Jumping back from that position and then moving through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward dog, and coming all the way through to a sitting position, and once again moving into the lotus position, and then taking the hands to the floor, this time in front of the legs, so that you can slide the legs up the arms toward the armpits, holding that position, looking straight ahead, and once again breathing full and deep. And that's 1, 2, 3. Ideally, the arms are straight. If you need to keep them bent, that's perfectly fine. 4 and 5. Jump back, move through your vinyasa, upward dog, downward facing dog, and this time from the downward facing dog position, you're going to jump from there into a 3-point headstand position. Now take the right leg across into half lotus. Use the left knee and the left thigh to help take that right foot across toward the left armpit. Hook that right foot outside the left arm, then lift the head and breathe deep. This is Galavasana, deep breathing. 2, hold it, 3, 4, 5, and move back up, and then change sides, taking the left foot in, using the right thigh to assist to take it across and help it to hook across the right arm. And then lifting the head off the floor and breathing deep. 1, 2, hold it, 3, 4, and 5. Taking the head to the floor, lifting up into the headstand, and coming down with both feet, and then lifting through your vinyasa, upward dog, downward dog, and coming forward again into a 3-point headstand. This time, Ekpada Bakasana, A and B. Lower your feet halfway down. Take the right knee in toward the right armpit. Secure it into position. Then lift the head off the floor. Look straight ahead and breathe deep. It's 2, 3, 4, and 5. The head comes back to the floor. The feet come up. Lower the feet halfway down again. The left knee comes in this time. Work it into the armpit. Get it into position. Then lift the head off the floor. Look up and breathe deep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, the head comes down. Inhale, the feet up. Exhale, all the way down into Bakasana position. Then taking the left foot around and breathing deep. So the left leg is straight, the right leg is bent. It's already 3 breaths. 4 and 5. Now from there, just change sides. Bend the left foot in and straighten the right leg, and we're on the second side and breathing deep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the head to the floor, move back up to a 3-point headstand, then take the feet down and move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward dog position, and then coming forward once again from down dog to 3-point headstand. We're ready for Kaundanyasana position. Lower both feet halfway down, then take them across to the right side. Both legs on top of the right arm, lift the head from the floor and breathe deep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the head, lift up, and then change sides by taking the legs down to the left side, lifting the head, looking up, and breathing deep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, head down, take both legs back up. We're ready for Kaundanyasana B. Lower the feet halfway down. This time take the left leg across to the right arm. Now you lift the head off the floor. The right leg remains straight, pointing straight back behind you. The left leg is pointing out to the side. And you lift your head and you breathe deep. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head back to the floor, back up to the position. Then, coming down, take the right leg across toward the left arm. Then, lift the left leg off the floor, keep your head up, and breathe deep. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. The head comes back to the floor, move all the way back up to a 3-point headstand, and then coming down and moving through your vinyasa. That's upward dog and downward dog. And from the downward dog position, we're preparing for Ashtavakrasana. Ideally, we'll move from downward dog right up to handstand and then lower into this posture. If that's not possible, you would approach it from a 3-point headstand. Either way, you come forward from the downward facing dog and turn your gaze toward the feet and breathe deep. The right leg is on top of the right arm, the left leg is under it. So you're clasping the arm between the legs and you're breathing deep. That's already 3, 4, and 5. Now, come all the way back up either to headstand or handstand, and then change sides by coming down onto the left arm, left leg on top, right leg under, the gaze toward the feet, and breathing deep. That's already 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go back up to headstand or handstand, and then come down, moving through your vinyasa. Upward dog and downward dog. And we're ready for Ashtavakrasana B position. This time you jump from downward dog right into the posture, jumping around the right arm, and turn your gaze the opposite way this time. The arms are bent, and you're breathing deep. That's 2. Try to keep the shoulders parallel to the floor. 3, full breath, legs strong. 4, and 5. Now lift up. Just change sides in mid-air, transferring the legs over to the other side. onto the left arm and looking the other way and breathing deep. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release the posture and that side by lifting up, jumping back, moving through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward dog, and jumping forward in preparation for Purnamachindarasana, which is taking the legs actually into something like a lotus position. The right foot comes up on the left thigh, then you lift the left foot and place it outside the right knee. Now reach across with the right arm, outside that left leg, reaching toward the left foot. Take the left arm behind the back. The right thumb is pressing against the floor to help you balance. The left hand is reaching back toward the right thigh, and you're breathing deep. That's already 2, 3, your gaze is back over the left shoulder. 4, 5, and release. Take your vinyasa. Once again, upward dog, downward dog, and come back through. This time, place the left foot up on the right thigh. Take the right foot, place it outside the left knee. And take the left arm across, taking the left hand toward the right foot. Take the right arm behind the back, reaching toward the left thigh. Your gaze is back over the right shoulder. The spine is long, and you're breathing deep. That should already be about 2. Stronger breath. 3, 4, and 5. Release the posture. Take your vinyasa, jumping back, moving through your upward dog, downward dog, and coming all the way through to a sitting position again, ready for Viranjasana A position. Take the right foot into half lotus, and now take the left foot up and bring it behind the head. Work carefully, breathe deep. Now take your palms toward the chest and breathe deep. This is Viranjasana A position. That's 3, 4, and 5. Now take both hands to the floor. Lift. Take the right knee on top of the right arm, continuing to keep the left leg behind the head and holding. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Jump back from that position. Move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward facing dog position, and coming all the way through. And the left foot comes into half lotus. Then you lift the right leg, take it behind the head, and the hands come into prayer fashion in front. And the breath is full and deep. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now take the hands toward the floor. Lift the body. Take the left knee on top of the left arm. The right leg still behind the head, and the breath is still full. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Move through your vinyasa, upward dog, downward dog, and coming all the way through into a sitting position again, ready for Viranjasana B position. Place the foot as though you're about to practice Janu Sirsasana C position. Twisting the ankle, bringing the top of the right foot to the floor, the right heel pointing up at the sky. Then roll forward so that the heel comes forward and the toes back. Extend forward with both hands toward the foot and breathe deep. Now this can be quite extreme on the joints, so take it carefully. If this is too much for you, just repeat Janu Sirsasana C if you need to. Or Janu Sirsasana B, just sitting on the heel without pushing the foot so far back. And breathe. That's already 3, 4, and 5. Now sit up. Take the left foot into half lotus, reaching behind the back with the left hand and across with the right, and breathing. That's 1, 2. There's a second variation of Virabhadrasana B. You're twisting, you're looking back over the left shoulder, the right hand is pressing into the floor outside the right knee, and the breath is deep and full. That's 4. One more, and 5. Release, roll back off of the foot, take your vinyasa, move through upward dog and downward dog, and come back through, and you're ready for the left side. Taking the left foot up, reaching under, rotating the ankle so the heel points up in the sky, the balls of the feet on the floor, and then you roll forward, taking the heel forward and the toes back. But move very carefully. Don't overdo it. If it's too much, place the heel in Janu Sirsasana B position. Either way, you're leaning forward, holding the right foot with both hands and breathing deep. That's already 3, 4, and 5. Now sit up, take the right foot across into half lotus. Reach behind the back with the right hand toward the right foot. The left hand comes across, pressing into the floor outside the left knee, and the breath is full and deep. That's 3. Spiraling motion in the spine, 4, and 5. Release the pose, roll off of the foot, take your vinyasa by jumping back, moving through upward dog, downward facing dog position, and we're now in preparation for Viparita Dandasana. So you jump from the downward facing dog position forward onto your knees. Then lean forward, clasp the elbows, and take the hands out in front. In preparation for a headstand, take the top of your head down, and then move up, lifting the feet. Now, from this headstanding position, begin to arch the back. Take as much of the stretch into the upper back as you can. Extend. Now, start lowering the feet toward the floor as slow as you can. Then when they get close to the floor, you let them come down, moving the feet away from the head, feet together, and breathing deep. That's 1. This is Viparita Dandasana. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from that position, raise the right leg. And you have Ekpad Viparita Dandasana. Full deep breathing. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the right leg. Raise the left leg. And breathe deep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the left leg. Now, to come out of this position, both feet are together, and then you jump the feet back up to a headstand position. Hold, and lower the feet down, and move through your vinyasa, upward dog, downward facing dog position, and then come onto your belly in preparation for Viparita Shalabhasana. Take the arms under the hips. And we have a couple of approaches for this posture. The first is to then bend the knees, bring the feet in just a bit, and then straighten the legs so that you lift your hips off the floor. This is a variation of Viparita Shalabhasana as a preparation for it. The actual pose then, you must come back down so you're flat on the floor with your arms under. Then from there, you would lift both legs up, lifting them toward the sky and breathing deep. That should already be 2 breaths. Keep extending up. 4, hold it, hold 1 more breath, and 5. Then lower down and move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward facing dog position, and now from the downward facing dog position, step through with the right foot into Hanumanasana. Now take both arms up over your head. The right foot is extending way out in front, the left foot moving back, working the hips toward the floor. Ideally, you want to try to square the hips so the right hip moves back and the left hip forward. Your gaze is up past the thumbs and you're breathing full and deep. That's already 2, 3. If it's too extreme for your hips to be on the floor here, you could have the back knee, the left knee on the floor, and the right leg straight, slowly working the hips down, even supporting with your hands if you need to. And 5. Now extend forward with both hands toward the right foot and continue breathing deep. 5 more breaths here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come up. Take both hands down, step back, move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward dog, step through with the left foot. Same thing on the left side. First thing, the arms up over the head, the gaze is up past the thumbs. Remember, if that's too much, the back knee would be on the floor and the front leg straight and the hands supporting. Otherwise, the hips are down, the legs are straight, and the gaze is up past the hands. That's 4. Hold for 1 more breath, and 5. Now extend forward with both hands and breathe deep. Both hands clasping the left foot. The breath is strong. That's 2, 3, 4. Now remember, if you couldn't grab the foot, maybe you're holding the ankle or toward the knee. That's perfectly fine. And 5. Both hands down, step back, and move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, downward facing dog, and come through to a sitting position. Lie down on your back, and we're ready for Supta Trivikramasana. Raise the right leg, left leg is straight, and now pull the right foot down toward the floor, outside the right ear, and breathe deep. That's 2. If that's too much to take the foot, then you might hold behind the ankle or behind the knee. Either way, the breath is full and deep. That should already be 4. Left leg straight, 5. And release that side, lowering the leg, raising the left leg, and then pulling it down toward the head and breathing deep. That's 1. Full breathing. 2. Stronger breath. 3. Keep your focus. Remember the locks. 4. And 5. Release the left leg. Let it come down to the floor. Once again, we have Chakrasana. Rolling back out of this, moving through the vinyasa then, upward facing dog, downward facing dog position, jumping forward toward the hands, looking up. We're coming back up to standing, then lower the head. Inhale, arms up. Then exhale, arms to your sides.